Well, it's late and I'm tired, but I figured that I would show you guys what I'm choosing to be irresponsible with tonight, and it is a new piece. I'm supposed to be working on the Great Lighthouse of Isnar, but I figured Kyle's the highest bidder on that piece right now, so he can wait an extra 2 days while I deviate and work on something that's been in my head for a little bit, because it's like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like everybody has that thing where you need to create something and it's just been in your head for a little bit, so you just compulsively start doing it. And that's where I'm at with this project right now. I think that it's going to be super, super fun, and I guess I thought that I would turn my camera on for it. So this piece is going to go with the poem Isolation. It's earlier on my channel. I'm actually delete it so that I can re-upload it using the same license. I don't know if that's how that works, but yeah, I'm gonna do some drawings for a poem. That's the plan. I'm really excited about it. It doesn't really sound all that cool. I know it doesn't sound cool, but I think that it's gonna be cool. The thing that I'm currently torn between at the moment is it's going to be a 6-stanza poem, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do 2 drawings or 6 drawings. Hopefully that'll make more sense when I actually release the poem in a couple days. But basically the poem is about 2 trees. It's not actually about 2 trees, but it's about 2 trees. It's about 2 trees. I think it's called The Lonesome Oak on my website. I'm so freaking tired, if you want more context into this little rant. But it's about 2 trees, and I swap off each stanza. It's a short little poem that I wrote a long time ago. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do this specific drawing for 3 of the stanzas, and then another drawing for 3 stanzas, or if I want to do a new drawing for each stanza. That seems like a lot, especially with the medium that I choose to draw. But, I've got honestly not a lot of time just in general to deviate and do this little baby project, but you only live once, so I'm still deciding on if that's the way that I want to do it. I was thinking about staying up all night to do it, but I've got a lot of responsibilities that I have to take care of this weekend, and I'd rather not go into it super sleep deprived. So I don't know. Again, I guess we'll see on that. It's fun. I think that social media is getting easier for me, especially just because, I've had. I think it's because of the reception that I've received from my friends off of social media. It's been really, really encouraging to see. The reason that I was so hesitant initially, and I've gone over this before, was just because it's the limited experience that I had with social media has felt super, super curated, and it's felt at worst manipulative and deceptive, and probably at best just kind of fake. And I didn't want that to be how people viewed my writing and my art. And it's been a couple weeks of me more diligently posting on social media, and about a year of me having it at all. And I think that the most common thing that I've gotten from people has been that what I'm doing, the people that I know in real life, is that what I'm doing is cool, keep going, regardless of if it's good or bad, it's authentic, which is going to probably, I really do believe that that's going to be the currency of creatives going forward, at least for a little bit. Is it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's real, if it's yours, and if it's authentic, then people will receive it openly and they'll be happy about it. And I think that that necessity to validate your own work and to show that it's real and it's really you can be really annoying to navigate at first. It certainly was for me, but it's also put us in a really unique kind of renaissance of creativity that I'm kind of excited for. Yes, artists in the past would never, you know, comprehend the idea of having to prove that their work was, well, I mean, yeah, they would have had to prove that their work was made by them. Sometimes it wasn't really that much of an issue for prominent artists, and really any time to rise to fame on other people's work. It still did happen. It just wasn't super common. But the idea of having to just validate that a human being made it, that's a completely new arena. And again, I think that it poses some really cool and unique opportunities in that we will start to value what is fundamentally what makes art important. I certainly went through a long period of time where I didn't value that. And I think that at large, society has kind of lost that, We get really lost on the technical aspects of artistic endeavors, and, we forget to just kind of acknowledge that what really makes it special is that, one of our fellow humans made it. And that's going to, that could devolve into a rant leading to really nothingness, just in the face of arguments against technical proficiency and form and what have you. And I'm not really in the mood to do that, mostly because it's super late. But all of that is to say, I think that social media is getting a lot easier. And I talked to my cousin recently, who's like, this is her whole thing. Like, she is, she does social media for a living, not like just kind of like marketing and like actual real social media stuff for a living. And I had a long talk with her about it, and she gave me all of these tools to make my stuff perform better in the algorithm and all of that nonsense, and she really educated me on what they're looking for and stuff. And it's really not for me, but at the end of it, she kind of just had a really awesome take that's like, if none of that appeals to you, then just don't do it. She's also a very incredibly talented artist. And she basically just said that she believes that there's going to be a yearning for, authenticity and people not really trying to manipulate people into, viewing their work, which is, I think that ultimately that is my goal, is like, if you watch this YouTube video, great. If you watch it in its entirety, sure. If you click on it, great. But like, I'm trying to lead people into like reading my novels. Again, anything that I say in any of these YouTube videos is truly of cursory importance when compared to my written work. Like that is where I say things that matter. And every social media platform I have is just meant to drive people towards, experiencing that specifically. Yeah, I don't know. Just a little I don't know what that accomplished, but I'm getting better. I'm getting more comfortable, at least, with like the idea of putting my work out there. And I think that, yeah, it's just because the reason that people want it, I think, is coming from a more and more pure place, and I'm slowly beginning to understand that. Very slowly. I'm a slow learner, but we're getting there. Maybe I'll hold another picture up, because this one's not done, and I need a picture for the thumbnail that's like complete, to trick people into clicking on this video. This is Mr. Old Man. It's one of my favorite pieces. I did it when I was in Afghanistan, and then I spilled coffee all over it. I've actually gotten... A quick side note, I have been asked so many times how I achieve my weathering effect in my drawings, and it's really funny. This entire piece was submerged in coffee. I spilled, there was not one part of it that wasn't, which actually gives it like a nice uniform look to it, plus the frayed edges. And it's because it's been in my sketchbook for so long, and it's gone with me across like at least 10 different countries. So yeah, for all of you at Worldcon who are curious about how I get my weathering effect, that's how. Yeah, that's all I got for tonight. Thanks.